sunshine, although we are looking at the possibility of more showers through today in a pattern that is unsettled, very unstable. Next couple of days, weekend should bring us a little bit more sunshine, but still below seasonal values. We'll get to all that in a moment, but I just wanted to give you an idea of how much rain actually fell. So we got a good 40 millimeters around the city of Toronto over the past 24 hours. We've got a good line of thunderstorms coming in over the shores of Huron over the past few hours this afternoon. We've seen that really developing and then starting to fizzle out. So we'll start to see if they really hold together as they move towards the Toronto area today. But more than likely, we could see a scattered thunderstorm, but the more severe stuff looks to be down towards the southwest. This is what it looks like for your Friday. We do have that risk of showers, risk of a thunderstorm, seeing some cloud most certainly, but through Saturday, that's when we do have a little bit more clearing. So we should see a little bit more sunshine, temperatures into the 20s, but you can see just waves of instability. So just wait a few minutes. Those clouds will go by and it'll brighten up just a little bit more. But it's going to be a weekend that's going to provide some chillier overnight temperatures, particularly the closer you go to the lakes if you're a camper. But through Friday AM, about 5, maybe 15 millimeters. We'll see. So naturally, your next question is, hang on a sec, how much rain actually did fall? Well, you can see these amounts pretty significant. 40 millimeters of rain. I mean, we saw a good bit of it through the evening last night, and then through this morning it was pretty heavy. So we were looking at amounts that exceeded localized areas, up over 40 millimeters. But it looks as though we're getting a bit of a break right now, some sunshine, but there's a possibility that we could actually see a little bit more in terms of some showers, 5, maybe 15 millimeters. We'll talk more about that in just a few moments. But the risk of thunderstorms, isolated severe, is further towards the southwest. Good band right now coming in over the shores of Huron. They may or may not hold together, but there is that instability that's hanging around. We'll talk about that coming up. But right now, I want to take a look at the Boots and Hearts Festival. This is a huge festival. If you are a lover of country music, you have to attend this.
It's this year.
Okay, I want to try the bull riding. Who doesn't? Let's talk about the weather for the weekend. I'm going to talk about lake temperatures as well in just a couple of moments. But we have this sort of pinwheel effect, this big upper level low, and unfortunately waves of moisture, waves of cloud and instability. And that's going to be going on over the next 24 to 36 hours. That's where we do have the biggest chance to see more showers moving into the area. Now, if you are in fact going off to a weekend retreat and you're hanging around one of the lakes, it really is going to be a little bit cooler than normal, and then your overnight temperatures are slightly below their normal values as well. Now, in terms of sort of the coolest areas, looks like the shores here of Georgian Bay are certainly a few degrees. You should be into the low 20s for your surface temperatures, and also around the shores of Lake Ontario as well, unfortunately. Let's take a quick look at the long-range forecast into the weekend. We've got sunshine, but below seasonal values. Well, if you are heading stateside, happy long weekend. If you're doing some traveling around the I-75, I-95, we'll talk about that in just a few moments. But interesting, Seattle, like Vancouver, did not see a drop of rain for the month of July, but very dry. Big concerns east of Seattle, actually huge fire going on there. If you're traveling, it doesn't look too bad. Chicago, a little bit of showery conditions. If you are traveling overseas, though, temperatures and conditions are actually really quite warm and very summery.